I'm here. We're going to be opening the special delivery January 2026 paper pumpkin box today. So I'm just going to take about 10 minutes to make sure that everything is set up and ready to go, and then we'll get started. Okay. Let's start over on YouTube. Make sure that is live. Make sure the volume is working. Get started. Okay, the volume on YouTube is working. So if you're joining me on YouTube, go ahead and say hello. It's always so great to see who's here. And then we can jump over to Facebook. Let me do a quick. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. And I'm just going to add this to my group really quick. Okay. All right, looks like some people are joining me over on Facebook as well. There we go. So I'll go ahead and say hello. If you're joining me, go ahead and please say hi. It's always fun to see who's here. Over on YouTube, we have Debbie and we have Phyllis. So good to see you. Oh, yes. Debbie is in Milwaukee and it is cold. And Phyllis is in Maryland. I bet you guys are both very cold over there. The areas where you guys live have had lots of snow. So good luck to all of you. Hello. And we've got Barbara here from Northern California on YouTube. Great to see you. Okay, so we are going to be opening the special delivery paper pumpkin box for January 2026. Hi, Amy. Oh, hi, Kim. I wasn't sure if that was you or not. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. It is cold here in Colorado, but not like where some of you guys are living, like where you are right now. We don't have a ton of snow, just a little dusting, but it has been like in the morning, it's been like 3 degrees. So not as terrible as it could be, I guess. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. All right, so this is a beautiful box. I love the box that this kit came in. Beautiful flowers, this fun little stamp detail edging. You can see kind of that scallop. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this box. What do you guys do with your boxes when you're done with them? Because I get every month, there's no way I can keep every single one. So if they're just the regular paper pumpkin box, then they usually find themselves in the recycle bin. But special boxes like this one, I like to keep. They're perfect sizes to store projects or cards. Sometimes if I'm taking some cards with me to write little thank you cards while I'm out and about, I find that packaging them in my paper pumpkin boxes is a great way because I can fit a couple stacks with some envelopes and a pen, and they're perfect for that. Kim also keeps the decorated boxes. And Nancy's here over on Facebook. Good to see you, Nancy. Thanks for joining me. We'll get started here in about 5 minutes opening our kit. I'm just giving everyone a chance to jump on. Nancy is in cold Illinois. Oh, I'm sure it's so cold there. So what are some other ideas that you guys do with the boxes? Nancy, she says, if it has to be cold, I want snow. We need the moisture. I agree. Might as well have the snow. And it's so pretty when it snows, isn't it? On the trees and houses and things. Dirty snow, of course, is not pretty after it's been around for a while. But right when after it snows and it's all clean, I love that. So pretty outside when that happens. 18 degrees in Cincinnati today. Oh, so cold. Well, luckily we have a beautiful paper pumpkin kit that we can open up and make some projects from today, and we can stay warm inside. It's a perfect crafting weather. All right. We just have a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. Kim says that they had a foot of snow on Sunday. Oh my goodness, that is so much snow. So much snow. Oh, that's a cute idea. So Mary, she says, I use the boxes for items for my grandkids. This Christmas, they receive special crayons and markers, and I turn the boxes inside out, and then they decorate them. I love that. Same with Amy. She says, I turn them inside out and mail cards or other small items to friends and family. They are perfect sizes for shipping, so I love that you do that. Debbie says, I save all the boxes. I label them and store examples of classes, layouts, fun folds, and example for future use. Phyllis, she says it's 21 degrees in Maryland today, and they had 9 inches of snow. Barbara says she gives her boxes to teachers. Their students turn the boxes inside out and decorate the box. They help keep their desks in order. Oh, I love it. So kind of like a little pencil box idea. Hi, Connie. Hi, Ellen. Good to see you guys. Nancy says over on Facebook that the wind chill is negative 13 degrees. Oh, you're making my bones cold, Nancy. That just really is not my favorite. Linda, she is in Utah. She says there is warm and no snow. I know. I wish there was snow too, Linda. All right, we just have a couple more minutes. I like to wait till right at 10 o'clock before we get started. So we're just talking about the weather, of course. It's been pretty crazy in some parts. And then what we do with our boxes, because we have such a beautiful box today for this month's kit. And what are some fun things that you guys do with them? We've had some fun ideas. The most popular idea is to turn them inside out and let children or students decorate them. I love that. Mary says she saves the piece of chipboard for school art teachers. The chipboard inside is perfect. I love to use mine too for projects. These flowers are just so pretty. I'm really excited for this kit. Okay, so for my supplies, I've grabbed myself a clear block. This is the Paper Pumpkin clear block. If you are new to Paper Pumpkin, then you can get this clear block. It comes in your very first kit, and then you're going to want to hold on to it for all of your future kits. because you're going to put your stamps on it. And then some extra supplies that I like to have would be a good pair of scissors for if we do any fussy cutting. And then I love the Take a Pick tool. And I think I say that actually the name of this product wrong, but I'm so used to it that that's what I call it. So that's my little nickname for it. Let me look up really quickly what it is actually called. I think it's called Take Your Pick instead of Take a Pick. Yeah, it's called Take Your Pick. I'm just going to keep calling it Take a Pick. This is a bone folder. I love using it when I am scoring my card bases. So that's why I have it. It's just so nice to have on hand. And then of course I have my Simply Chamois, and it's for cleaning my stamps. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Should we get started? How many of you were able to get your kit? How many of you got this kit, and do you have it on hand? I know that we should probably have them by now. They usually are shipped out around the 11th, 12th, that kind of time period. So we should have them by now. And if you don't have Paper Pumpkin, if you haven't subscribed to it, I will add a link after this video is over to the description, and you can come back and click on that link if you're interested in subscribing. The thing you have to remember is that this kit has already been paid for and sent out. So if you subscribe today, you're going to be subscribing to the next kit. So this kit is already not available anymore. Sometimes they do have refills, and I'll also put a link to that. And the refills you can get, but they do not include the stamp set or the ink spot. It's just the actual kit of papers and stuff. So our ink spot today is Poppy Parade. It's a beautiful red color. And then we've got, we've got our stamp set, and we'll look more closely at that stamp set in just a minute. Ooh, excuse me. Kim says she has hers, and Lori has hers, and Phyllis, and Patrice has hers. Hello, hello. So glad you guys got your kits. So here are the projects that we're going to make today. So what I like to do in my unboxing is make one of each project just to kind of see how to put them together, if there's any little tips that I want to share. Then I take the rest of the products, and with the supplies to make one of each card, I will make alternatives. And I'll share those probably starting next week once I have a chance to make them. And it's just a fun way to get more from the kit. We usually make at least 5. Many times I'm able to make up to 8 or more cards with just those supplies from one of each card. Okay. So let's take a look at these. This little pamphlet here, this holds our instructions. Okay, so we can get a close-up. The front has the color image of the cards. And then on the inside, we have step-by-step instructions on how to create the cards. So we will go through that here in a minute. On the back, it gives us a visual list of everything that's included in the kit, as well as the coordinating colors, which are Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, and Gold. This is our little printed label for the stamps. And we've got Sending Love, Air Mail, cute little love stamp, and then another little stamp, this beautiful rose, You Brighten My Day, Just for You, and Happy Valentine's. So some great images that you really can use any time of the year, not just for Valentine's. Oh, good. Linda also has her kit. Yay. Excuse me. I'm not sick. I'm just, my nose is drippy today. I think it's just the cold weather. Okay. So in every kit, you get a stamp set and an ink spot, and then you get everything you need to make the projects. This I will talk about really quickly. These are the coordinating dies, and it coordinates with the 3 months in the quarter. So January, February, and March. Last month, these dies did sell out. So if you're interested in getting them, you're going to want to get them early. And I do like to use them for my alternatives. So if you are interested in following along with me and making my alternatives, then you may want to grab those. They're very inexpensive. They're usually like $15 or less, I think. So let me look really quick. These are called, let me grab mine really fast. Okay, I don't know where mine are, but I can find them really quickly, how much it is. Coordinating products. They're the Beautiful Blooms, and they are $13. Okay. All right, so first we've got our adhesive. We have some mini Stampin' Dimensionals and some tear and tape. And then we have our card elements. So these are some little postage stamp kind of edging with beautiful floral elements. Those are some light pink flowers with a little darker pink. There, you should have 3 of those in your kit. I'm going to put 2 back in my box and hold on to 1 for our card that we're going to create today. That way I can kind of try to keep things organized in my craft area. So here is the second piece. This feels more like a background piece. It's got some light green square here in the middle. You should also have 3 of those. Then we have our envelopes. Oh, I love that the envelopes are different colors. So this one's got kind of a green, light green feeling. It's kind of like a soft mossy meadow almost. And there's 3 of those with this fun plaid. I'll just hold on to 1. Then we have the same in the pink. This is probably like a light bubble bath. I love beautiful envelopes because what I like to do is cut them apart and use them on my cards. This is a light blueberry bushel color. Okay. And then we've got our card base. So this one is our pink card base. It's probably the bubble bath, oh my goodness, bubble bath color. And it again has that same pattern. What I like is it's still different. So you're getting the light and the dark with that. So they're not the same color. So that means we can use them on the same card and get some good contrast. We have some die cut stamps. I'm assuming we're going to use all of them on this one sheet because we have 3 of those sheets. So they get punched out and they've got some little stamped kind of look, like a stamp look. Then we have another card base. This is small. Do we have a small card on here? Interesting. I wonder if it is, we'll figure that out. So another card base, small, just all white. And we've got 3 of those. We have some gold foiling die cuts with that plaid again, and then some 3 flowers in white. Save one, put two back off to the side. Then we have our labels where we're going to stamp our greetings. And the nice thing is they always include an extra one in case we have any stamping issues. So I'm going to just punch out one of each and put them in my pile to use for the cards today. And then we'll put the rest back in the box. Then I've got a light pink solid card base. And then some floral die cuts. Beautiful. And keep one of each of those. And then we're done. And then, of course, the wonderful chipboard that we love so much. Okay. So now that we have all of our pieces, we are going to... Hi, Karen. So good to see you. I'm glad you're able to join me. Let's go ahead and start with our first card. So here in this bottom half, when we first open it, we have 3 sections. We're going to start with card number 1. So this just tells us what to grab for card number 1. And it looks like, we'll move the envelopes off to the side because we don't really need those. Looks like we need this piece and then our small white card base. I wonder if that goes inside there. No? Interesting. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Okay. And then we need the flower, the large pink flower die cut, and the green leaves. We need the white with a little pink at the bottom for the label. And this gold plaid. I love this decorative shape. It's really pretty. Kind of curvy edge, scalloped edge to it. And I think that's everything for this card. So these little gray images, these are the stamps we're using. We've got our ink pad. We're going to need the tear-in tape. It also looks like Happy Valentine's. The little hexagon shapes, those are the dimensionals. Okay. So we're going to start by stamping Happy Valentine's on our label. And then we've got the little stamps in the corners of our green large stamp. This to me looks like a stamp, so that's what I'm calling it. To open up my stamp ink, what is this? Stampin' Spot ink pad. I'm going to just use a pair of scissors and just cut between the base and the lid just to release that. And then I leave the other side attached so I don't lose my lid. And then you just peel these off. I do want to do a test just to make sure that the stamps are stamping well. We've got Happy Valentine's. And then this image and our little heart image. And I like to go and use both sides of my stamp. I've got a lot of these little thin clear blocks, so I'm going to use multiples. And then I just put them on one on each side. That's how I like to do that. I'm going to stamp on the back of my shipping label that came in the kit and use that as my scratch paper. Let's start with the Happy Valentine's greeting. Just ink it up and stamp it. We're going to make sure that it is stamping well. It looks pretty good. Okay, so when we stamp this, we want the pink at the bottom. Hi, Jean. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. All right, let's just go ahead and stamp this. I'm going to try to have it stay on top of the pink. So just in that white area. But it is dark enough that if it goes over the pink, it should be fine. So there's that. Then I'm going to test my other two. Yep, that looks good. And that looks good. Okay, so these look like they're in the corner. I'm going to do my little heart love in the bottom corner. And then this one goes in the top left corner with the stripes going to the left. So that's how they have it in the instructions. The next thing is we're going to take our gold scalloped oval and add tear and tape to the back. That's what these two gray lines are. And let's just go ahead and put that this looks like it goes right here in the middle. And then I'm going to just jump down to step 3 really quick. So this, I think, is that card base. So does the card base go behind? What do you guys think? So if we fold the card base and add tear and tape, does this go back here? Is that how it works? I think so. Tell me what you guys think. Am I doing that right? Okay, so Kim says yes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do that then. And for me, I'm going to just put it, so that's the bottom, so it's going to be like this. I'm just going to put it so that I see it on the back side, so that I know it's centered. Okay, so this is the bottom, this is the top, and it opens like this. Okay. Hello to everyone who's just jumped on YouTube or Facebook. It's so great to see you guys. Thanks for joining me. Now we're going to add some pieces, some mini dimensionals to our other pieces. For the flower, we're going to just add a couple around the outside edge. And then for the leaves, it looks like they're adding them to a couple of the bottom leaf area and to a couple of the little berries too. And then on the back of the greeting, they have tear and tape. Okay. So it looks like we put the leaves on first, then the flower, then the greeting. And it looks like it kind of swoops around. So the stem is in the bottom right area, and then the berries are in the top right. So it looks like that. Linda says, yes, maybe this will be like, this is perfect for a message inside. I agree. Hi, Christina. And then we've got our flower. Oh, I'm trying really hard to put my paper backing in my little trash can instead of all over my desk. I don't know how well I'll do because it's so much easier just to flick them onto my desk than to try and make sure they get in the trash. And then this goes here in the center, kind of between the berries and at the top of the leaves. And then we've got our greeting. And this just goes right over the leaves here. Just try to make sure it goes on straight. And then you want to push down, but not hard enough that it sticks. So you may need to pop it up with something. Very cute. I love the little stamping in the background. That's adorable. Love, of course, the gold foiling. It's fun that the edge of the card has that scallop. So that's a really fun idea. Okay, so that was card number 1. They do show that it goes with the green envelope. So look how pretty that is together. Love that one. Okay, put that off to the side. And let's go to card number 2. So right here, we're going to do the pink card. So we need the pink with the plaid and the white, 3 white flowers that are die cut from that same paper with the gold plaid oval scallop. Then we have the other large stamp with the 3 flowers on it. We have our circle label, and I think that's it. Okay. So the instructions for number 2 are in the center. So I'm just going to fold back this 3rd section so we can see it a little more clearly. They've got the airmail image right here. So I'm going to put that on the back of my Happy Valentine's. And it looks like we fold this first along the fold line. And then we stamp airmail in the top right and bottom left corners. Oh, and then the hearts. We also need this little heart image. So we could just do it together, or we could do it separate. Let's just do it separately. I'll grab another clear block. If you don't have as many clear blocks as I do, you can clean your stamps and then remove them to use the other stamps. And when you pick up these, so these photopolymer stamps are malleable. They can change shape. So if you want them to be straight, put them on a piece of cardstock, let them come back to their original shape, and then pick them up with your clear block. So starting with airmail. I love these cute little stamps. So one up here in the top right. And maybe one down in the bottom left. Make sure to go up high enough that you can get a little bit of space for those hearts. So cute little detail. So bottom left, top right. So that's step one. For step two, we're going to stamp sending love on here. And then with the large flower up in the top left, down here kind of in the middle underneath the small flower, we're going to stamp the love. And since we already have that on a clear block, let's start with that one. And it looks like it gets stamped at an angle. So something like that. And then we've got sending love that we can add to another side of the block. Oh, I didn't test these. Let me test this one really quick since it's our greeting. Okay. And that goes right in the center of this circle. Okay. All right. Does anyone have any questions about the stamping on those? So 4 different places. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to add our little postage to our card with some tear and tape. I think that goes right in the center. So it is going to cover up some of the stamps that you've done. And then we add dimensionals to the rest of this. 2 on the greeting. If you want to do 3, you can. And then I'm just going to do 1 on all the flowers. You could do more. They have more. It looks like this goes kind of in the bottom left corner. And then these flowers go over the flowers on here. So you'll just want to match up the shapes. So there's the little small one. It does go over the circle greeting. These are a little hard to see. They're very cute though once you've added them. They definitely help, and they pop so much with the gold foiling in the center. So cute. And that card's done. Really quick and simple. Very cute card. And then they've matched the pink envelope with that one. I love that contrast of those pinks together. It's really pretty. So there's number 2. And then let's go to number 3. So we just, the rest of our pieces are used for number 3. We're going to do our stamping. Looks like we stamp our little circle with the wavy lines and then stamp across those 2 with our love. Okay. So this goes across these 2 here. I'm not really sure where to put them, but I just stuck them right in the center. And then the circle with the waves. The waves go to the right. This goes right in the middle. It looks like maybe a little extra space on the left. Then for our greeting, we have just for you. And make sure it's the pink side that's up. And then we'll just do a quick test. Okay. Oh, it moved on me. Okay, hopefully that looks good. Okay, so those are the stamps. So they're suggesting that you keep all of this together, and then on the back, you're going to add dimensionals to each piece. That's kind of nice to use it as like a template so that you don't have to try and line everything up. I love that they did that. They have 2 dimensionals for each little stamp. This big one, they show 3. I'm just going to do 2. Okay. On the pink card base, this goes, it looks like edge to edge. I'm just going to measure. Yeah, edge to edge. So it's supposed to just go all the way up to the top. I might bring it down just a little bit. Oh, see, there I go again, pulling these off and putting them on my desk. Okay. So lining this up with the edge and pressing it down. And like I said, I wanted a little more space at the top. So I brought it down just like 1/8 of an inch. And then I think we can just pull this part off. Make sure to use, just be careful. You don't want to accidentally tear any pieces. Oh, that's so cute. What a great idea to use that as a guide. I love that. Then we're going to add our blue flowers with dimensionals. It looks like they have them just underneath the large floral elements. So be careful, that's very delicate. Oh, what did I do with my dimensionals? Oh, there they are. This one's cute. This one might be my favorite. I love all the little stamp images. So I put 4 mini dimensionals on this. And then this goes across the center one. Like that. Very cute. And then our greeting goes at the bottom. And your card's done. And this one goes with the blue envelope. Look how pretty that is together. Gorgeous. Okay, and then the stamps that we didn't use are You Brighten My Day and the little rose image. Okay, let's look at all three cards together. So pretty, beautiful cards. Does anyone have any questions about anything before we say goodbye? I do want to show you just how easy it is to clean these. So if you've got this Simply Chamois, you just can rub them. The Simply Chamois uses just water. So when it dries out, you can just clean it with water, add more water. You can also clean your stamps with water. Sometimes I'll just take them to the sink and rinse off the ink and then let them kind of drip dry. It is important to clean them when you're done, especially if you're using red ink. The red ink will stain the stamp, but it doesn't change its ability to stamp well. So you'll see that it's a little bit pink. So make sure to clean them when you're done so that it doesn't stain them too dark. And you're all done. Phyllis says she likes the last card best. I do too. I love blue, and the blue with the green and the pink is really pretty. Hi, Michelle. I'm glad you're just jumping on. We've just finished making our last card. So, can the pink rose card stand up? Yes. So it can stand like this. It's a horizontal card. The only one oh, you're talking about this one. Can this stand up? It can, and it just tilts back a little bit because it's shorter on that side, which is kind of nice actually. So it can stand, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. All right, so Paper Pumpkin Alternatives will probably start next week. And if you are a subscriber, then I'll be working on, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, which means you get the kit and I'm your demonstrator, and I'm listed as your demonstrator as on your Paper Pumpkin subscription, then I will be sending out the exclusive card kit soon so that we can get together and make that. What I like to do for them is take the stamps and the ink spot and come up with a whole new exclusive card, and I mail them all the things that they need to make that card. And then we get together once a month and make it together, and it's really fun. We play a game and we have prizes, and then we also share some other alternatives if people have made alternatives with the kit just from other demonstrators and things. So it's a fun little time to get together. And if you don't already have a demonstrator and you're interested in signing up for Paper Pumpkin, then you can use the link below to sign up with me and join our little group. So let me know if you guys have any questions. You can always email me, and I will finish these. When we're done with the video, I will put up the links and things to the different products that I've used, as well as to the Paper Pumpkin subscription here in the video as well. So thanks so much again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.